One of the things that you did talk about or show in your book is, the typical sales funnel as people go through,
Hmm.
and obviously, people are jumping in further down the funnel or engaging sales further on down the
Yes.
funnel. You know, how can what can someone do as a salesperson in an organization to hopefully be one of the chosen few that actually gets engaged, I guess, is the best way. What I mean, any tips or tricks you have on something like that?
Well, yeah, the first thing is to start thinking about it in the perspective that you did, which is, right, your customers are going out, and this has happened uniformly now. Almost no matter what product you sell, is if a customer has an interest or awareness, they have a need or a problem, first thing they do is go online, right? They search about products, and they narrow it down finally to your company and potentially even you as a salesperson. And so when they finally reach out to talk to a seller, they're doing so primarily because they've run out of places that can gather additional information. So either at that point, they know there's something they don't know, they need help defining their problem to make sure they get the best solution, there's something they need, but in short, the amount of information they need is smaller and their time frame is more urgent because they've already invested time before engaging with you.
Absolutely.
So tips is, well, one is not to give one in a negative, but is don't start with top of the funnel selling, right? When you first engage with the customer these days, they already know your company story. You don't need to tell them your company was founded in a garage. They know that. They don't really care at that point. They're past that point. So you're really focusing on what are the questions I can really ask to discover what sort of unmet needs they have in terms of gathering information to be able to make a decision. So it's really having your key questions, what I call killer questions, that really provide some evidence to the customer that you have some insights into the problem they're trying to solve.
Interesting. Can you be proactive on that too and send emails or letters out to these guys?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you should be, if you're doing any sort of territory development or prospecting activities within your territory, whether it's geographic or signed by line of business, whatever, you want to make sure that you, as a seller, have taken the steps you need to take to start building some sort of what I'll call thought leadership platform. This may sound a little intimidating for salespeople, but you should be blogging. If you're a salesperson, your company may have a blog, but you should be blogging as well. You should be tweeting. What is it that you're tweeting about that is relevant to what the customer does or the problem the customer is trying to solve? And you know this. You know what how other customers are benefiting from using your product or your service. Well, why aren't you tweeting about that? Why aren't you blogging about that? Why don't some of those stories make their way onto your LinkedIn profile? Why don't you create video customer success stories that you can put up on your YouTube channel?
Absolutely.